Yeah, as we mentioned, the opening matchup for Freeze Unit, it's Season 56. It's the main division, and with some restructures to how finals work QDC, there's a lot more on the line, especially in ESEA League now.
Oh, definitely. The fact that main league and intermediate league and even the entry leagues, they're all a part of it. It makes it so much more important to actually get into the grand finals of your league. And Freeze Unit, I mean, they're in contention for sure. I'd even say RlySickMainTeam are in contention, but let's see who wins the opening game first. And it starts off with this pistol.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we've seen a lot of really high-level teams be backed up into these open 9-10 roles. We've seen straight to Killin back into open 9-10 West. We see my own team locally hated in open 9-10 West. And one other team that kind of surprised me to see in open 9-10 is Dark Knight Esports for the likes. But after some early aggression up through apartments, it's an aggressive rotation up towards Banana. Noise is not going to be covered up at all. Smoke towards CT, and BN is going to take this first bit of contact, but Sharpie is sharp as ever and lets the USP sing. Finds 2 great kills. Jackro finds a third. He has to retreat and wait for the support.
To get planted here right on the edge, but it's a 3-on-2 retake. 2 of them already coming in as the bomb numbers get pushed in, and it's a 2-on-2 as the jump around happens. Linko left on his own behind the box. He needs to fight his way around, trying to get 2 individual 1v1s, but the headshots are missed. And so, Freeze Unit get to defuse this bomb and win it outright.
Yeah, strong this round from the side of Freeze Unit. And one thing I want to touch on is Jenny had an early rotation. We saw that contact that was taken up towards bedroom, but immediately after that rotation was heard from the B players, because as I mentioned, as it was happening, the footsteps were heard from the site players. There was all the noise was being made from the side of RlySickMainTeam, and so Freeze Unit were able to just kind of instantly rotate, whether it was through bottom banana or even through CT, and that's realistically what prompted that retake to be successful, and not to mention Sharpie's 2 beautiful kills with that USP on the entrance.
Round number 2 is upon us, and it is not a save from the side of RlySickMainTeam. They want to push the issue here and push it up. Banana, they will. There's a team kill from the side of Jenny, and he will go down as well. So, Brock's left alone, and the B site will fall. It's a 4-on-2. Turned into a 3-on-2. Now, suddenly, with that kill down mid from the side of Jackro, you kind of do take a look into this.
Yeah, definitely take a look, but don't commit. Sharpie already being dropped down to 35 HP makes this a little bit more intolerable, but especially when you've already invested a majority of your economy into this, it feels like you have to. Sharpie peering around coffins with that Desert Eagle. Should have the first spot on towards Kraken, but realistically, this crossfire is being prompted. The MP9 is being saved. Sharpie finds a crisp one dig and is making his exit, presumably. Actually, no, he's still trying to linger and lock some of these players in, but now the exit should be cautious, at least towards Banana, because even Jackro on 1 HP is still dangerous. Has the Molotov, has a couple of pieces of utility to work with, but as that bomb explodes, 2 AKs, or 2 rifles, I should say, are recovered for the side of RlySickMainTeam, and they're able to even it up early, and that's not an easy task, especially on the T side of Inferno.
Not easy at all. They'll get things done. It is a 1-to-1 game, and suddenly the Force by Wars are in full swing. You love to see yourself some nice good old Force by Wars. Normally you see them on Nuke, but this time around on Inferno, I won't complain one bit.
I mean, Freeze Unit, I mean, at least as in terms of a roster, are definitely ones to pull off this Force by War, and Sharpie in particular is known to let that Swag 7 sing, so it'll be interesting to see if he's able to make that happen here. And as I say it, Rhino's head is separated from his shoulders, and that's the effect of that Mag 7.
I get 7 hits. Absolute beautiful opening in this round. However, MPN getting Jackro dead, and Brox can't do anything with his dualies.
Oh, this wrap, though. Oh, it's a wrap. Wait, but it's a terrible decision. Look at this crossfire that's being set up. Toasty is sat close to Tree. Jenny's going to take this first contact. Flash rings in towards Church, but all of RlySickMainTeam are prepared for it. They're not prepped for the second member in Jenny, but oh my lord, Linko ignored him as well. So Sharpie in this 1v2, all he has to work with is the Mag 7, but it feels like the RlySickMainTeam are completely aware of this rotation.
Are they? They're going to try and plant this down. Running it down. stops the bomb and doesn't stop the bomb plant. Gets the dink. Really close to getting Linko dead. However, 2-1 now for the side of RlySickMainTeam.
And I have no idea how Sharpie got out that far to grill. I feel like the angle to watch would have been that CT smoke. But nonetheless, as we mentioned, RlySickMainTeam able to convert that second round, and so the Force Buy Wars do come to an end. We'll see upgraded pistols on the side of FRZ unit. And it should be on paper an easy round for the side of RlySickMainTeam, but we've even seen it earlier today. Some crazier upsets have been pulled off.
Oh yeah, crazy upsets happening today. If you guys are watching Blast Bounty at all, you will know that JW, yes, that JW, has won against FaZe Clan and his team of eyeballers going absolutely nuts, didn't they?
Yeah, and a definite upset. But in terms of upset, Krakens, I definitely don't think is disappointed. 2 kills. Gives up the AK-47, but that's the A site secured as the communication has come in. Numbers of the bomb are punched in as well. And Toasty should be looking to save this M4 if I'm side of FRZ unit, but it feels like they're trying to peer their noses in.
Well, I mean, getting one other gun is going to be useful, and getting that to open up with the gun we did find on the ground makes a lot of sense. Toasty looking for more, and, well, getting the kills traded out, not too beautiful. Sharpie, can he pick up that M4 perhaps? If he can, he should just run away with it. This bomb is about to blow.
Oh, he spotted him, but the 4-3. He spotted the barrel of the Deagle. Oh,
That's
that's a knee slapper. RlySickMainTeam able to pick up that third round, recover 2 AK-47s, but not without that round being expensive for them. I think that's the key part. FRZ unit able to take a couple rifles out of the hands. And so a little bit more of an investment, and no AWP is going to be coming into play, at least anytime soon, for RlySickMainTeam.
No, had they saved that M4, they would have been able to. Had they been able to do it, because, I mean, look at Sharpie, right? He has that Swag 7 now. If instead that M4 would have been saved, it would have at least been M4s all around. Instead, just that extra Swag 7 to work with as Rhino opens up on 2. The Flying Mac 10. Once again, prize open that B site, the weak point for FRZ unit. Constantly being exploited.
And I didn't mention it prior to the round starting, but Rhino having that Mac 10 gave me a little bit of confusion, but it all makes sense now. Taking the spawn, taking the aggression, and running with it. Linko is going to be trying to lurk towards bottom mid and catch any of these rebounding players, but as Brox hits the floor, Sharpie only has that Mag 7 to work with, and the signature isn't looking too hot right now.
Not at all. And this Inferno pick, surprising many, seems to be really working out here for the side of RlySickMainTeam. Looks like they did their homework. Looks like they practiced hard on this map.
It's interesting, though, because at the same time, feels like, or you kind of touched on it, the real weak point for FRZ unit, at least in these early rounds, has been that banana position. Sharpie can't connect the kill, drop down to 34 HP. Now has to mount a real defense. He flies in. He misses the mark for the big boom, but Sharpie's still trying to stay alive. Given a little bit of a drive-by out long haul, but MDN cleans it up. But as I mentioned, it felt like the obvious weak spot of FRZ unit right now is that B site, but that is also where Jenny is playing. And I don't want to sit here and nitpick Jenny specifically, but that could be the ironing out process of adding a new player to this roster. But as the tactical timeout comes in, Coach Jeff LaFlavor will give his little chime of mind in. And FRZ unit have a little bit of work to do. We'll see if tag and bag strategy come out. RlySickMainTeam, no issue in terms of economy. Rifles all the way around. And FRZ unit haven't been able to get anything going on their CT side, which is wildly surprising to me.
FRZ unit, a little bit of a slow start, but hey, that does happen sometimes, right? You can't always have the kind of starts that you want. However, it's about the bounce back, right? You can't give up this early on. But you can't make it easy either if you're the side of RlySickMainTeam. Gotta keep putting the knee on the throat here. relocated real quick.
The aggression from FRZ unit finally pays off, as well as the one round that RlySickMainTeam don't elect to go up towards Banana is the round that they try to collect information, and the wrap might be unfolding once more. Sharpie lets that scout sing, but doesn't connect the shot. A little bit of a jiggle peek, but Jenny's here to catch that wrap, and it's looking like a Chipotle burrito right now. It's starting to leak out the sides. Brox has found one. Toasty slipped through Library, but he can't connect the second kill. The deagle shots are singing out, but Jenny has to offer support. The 5-7 finally connects, and Brox has an AK-47, so the pinch is happening, and the nade lets loose. But this 2v2 still on the menu for FRZ unit.
Double pinch from the side FRZ unit. They're gonna try and take their 1v1, and Brox gets the first. Can't get the 1v1. MDN getting himself a 1v2 clutch. With 21 HP in the end, he gives RlySickMainTeam a 5-1 lead.
Wow, and it felt like FRZ unit had a really strong idea of how to approach that retake. We saw the dissection from Brox and Jenny, but that second duel not going in the favor of FRZ unit does lead to that round win for RlySickMainTeam. Brox is going to pick up that big green, though. That is the one thing that I've been crucial on, is that Brox is what feels like a forerunner in terms of battle op meta, and I'm really excited to see it on display tonight, more specifically because Cyrix was the one picking up that role. Grenade in towards alt mid, doesn't find its mark. But look at this aggression down bottom Banana. Dosie's got a kill on towards Rhino, and that's all of Banana secured. Krakus as well on 12 HP is able to swing back and recover the bomb. But a huge boom out towards Brackets. Sharpie finds one, Jackro finds a second. And all of a sudden it's a 2v5.
That's exactly what FRZ unit have wanted, right? This entire time, just a strong start, not losing the opening kill to Rhino. And once they dealt with him, this team just felt like flies in the second round. Linko's still going for this, still pushing up towards this archway. But he'll be dealt with from the side of Sharpie for Survive on the side of FRZ unit. Finally, they could try to build up a little bit of a bank as they try to break the economy of RlySickMainTeam.
Yeah, 3 AK-47s recovered as well. AWP back into the hands of Brox. And one thing I want to touch on is Brox is able to play a staggered fallback from arches, or from brackets as well. We saw that early peak. Immediately fell back into the arch after the Molotov found its home. But still, RlySickMainTeam do have the lead. There is an opportunity for FRZ unit to tie us up and even secure a lead going into the second half, but it all starts here. Because the more momentum that RlySickMainTeam are going to be continuing to roll, there's less space for FRZ unit to breathe.
So if they can get themselves to really break this economy, they'll be loving it. However, Brox only gets one with the off. He's able to trade him out. It's a 4-on-4 as they wrap towards the site, and Jackro left alone now. Shot falls to his death, and oh, Linko gets Jackro as well. The B site rotators coming in way too late here. Toasty gonna get dealt with, and a 3-on-1 for Jenny.
Molotov to block the entrance. Kraken's on his way towards this B site with that bomb. And the exit is being made from RlySickMainTeam, but Jenny makes the spot, and I believe this last player of Kraken's, or no, that's Legion, sorry, made the spot as well. Bomb is going to be punched in nonetheless, and Jenny's going to go hunting for this remaining player towards brackets, but realizes the better task at hand. The AWP will be picked up, and that should be a save from Jenny. And RlySickMainTeam having at least some success in the early exchanges up towards brackets, which is making the push and pull of Inferno essentially useless to them.
Man, FRZ unit having a rough time with things, though. And once they get can opener, they're unable to bring it back. This has been their biggest issue so far. That's been their biggest weakness towards the B site. However, this time it happened towards A site.
Terrorists win.
Where they go there is not safe here, it seems.
Yeah, and so the question becomes from the side of FRZ unit, what do you change? What is the piece of the puzzle that you need to kind of fit in place? Because it feels like as soon as they take the aggression, RlySickMainTeam have the perfect read on taking up towards brackets and trying to actually figure out their way either through a wrap CT or through Moto. And realistically, Freeze Unit haven't been ready for this bracket split or for some of this push and pull that it feels like RlySickMainTeam are trying to attempt. But as I mentioned, I feel like some of this B lackings or the shortcomings on this B site and this B defense is from this new piece of the puzzle. This Jenny member able to come in and find one kill, go 1 for 1. But not from an individual level.
Out of Brox here, right? He's been able to get a couple of kills. So it was definitely more than too much impact, and the flash in won't work, and Brox wants to play that combat op role. He's backing out. He's all alone here. He can't be in a tradable position. He needs to be in a one and dip out position. He knows that these players are still here.
Jacko's on the way.
One out. Goes down regardless. Here they come. Towards Brox. He's still blind, and he misses his shot as the vision recovers. Molotov once again all over the B-bomb site. It rained literal fire on the site. No one was safe. And Sharpie has nothing left to do but to try to do something.
I think you could save this AK. I don't necessarily mind it, but at the same time,
Look at the
1v3
scoreline and the money.
2 to 6. Yeah, I mean, the odds are definitely against Freeze Unit. He has utility to work with. Sharpie's found this opening kill, so this becomes a little bit more doable, but he has to make his attention focus towards the site. If he goes swinging a little bit further, then Linko will take his head off, and that's what happens. RlySickMainTeam able to find their 7th and secure their lead going into the second half, as Freeze Unit have been on the back foot in their CT side, which is kind of surprising to me.
This feels like Freeze Unit just fell into RlySickMainTeam's trap. Right? We're playing a card game. We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Here, and the trap card got activated when Inferno got picked. And we were looking at ourselves over here like, this is their permaban on the side of RlySickMainTeam. What's changed? And, well, I think you can see what's changed. It's a beautiful start here on the side of RlySickMainTeam.
Able to find some aggression up towards top mid, but Rhino is really translating a lot of this and making a comeback. Able to find 2 kills of his own. Linko is able to find that 3rd member. And Sharpie makes an appearance out towards apartments, but is immediately going to be shut down as Brox is left in this 1v4. And with that upgraded pistol, it might be a little bit too much to ask for.
Man, this is so difficult here from the side of Brox. He has to go for it at the same time. What are you hoping to do here with nothing but a 5-7? And now the rest of your team here is mentally wrecked, it feels like, because you're down 8-2. Jeff is going to call in another timeout, and I mean, is it too late to have called this second timeout, honestly? It feels like after the 4th round, he should have called it a bit earlier, no?
I definitely do agree. I think we should have seen a little bit of earlier of a timeout, but at the same time, I happen to be good friends with Coach Jeff Flavor, and he tells me that sometimes he will want to call a tactical timeout, but in the freeze time, no pun intended to Freeze Unit, the IGL will say exactly what Coach Jeff Flavor is trying to say. So some great heads-up awareness on some of these players, and I definitely think that there's adjustments that need to happen that they are aware of, and whether that's a little bit of a delayed aggression out towards car or even some more commitment down banana, questions are yet to be answered.
As long as they're aware of what's happening, what to try and perform here, I think they'll be good. Kind of buy that they have. The off on Brox towards the A site. A site under attack right now.
Yeah, it'll be interesting though. I'm watching these 2 players towards T ramp to see if they're going to commit towards this banana push, and as they slowly creep up, utility will be deployed on this A site, and that's meant to draw rotations from B. But you can see this crossfire is so heavily committed to from Jenny and Toasty. But that Molotov, Toasty's going to be forced into this 1v1. He gets to the proper angle, but the flashbang hits its mark. Toasty finds one, but can't convert the second. Legion expected that swing from Jenny, but it does not end up coming through. And Legion is gifted his life to escape. And the push and pull of Inferno in full effect in front of our eyes. As RlySickMainTeam makes one last push up towards brackets.
Again, expecting this lousy player. Jackro gets taken down, and Brox needs to hold the line. He can't do shit! Gets taken down. It's a 4-on-2, and if you're Sharpie here, you have to go for this. This isn't a safe situation. You're down 8-2. And as he tries to go into hero mode, he leaves Jenny alone in the 1-on-4.
Yeah, in the 1-on-4. No money in the bank account. Armor and a kit on the belt. Requires a save. And I kind of touched on it as it was unfolding, but that push and pull that Inferno is known for, working its wonders against FRZ unit. That beautiful exchange that happened out towards Banana, the well-placed Molotov that denied Jenny his rotation and his counterplay back in towards Car, is really what secured the information for RlySickMainTeam to apply pressure back up towards brackets and know that the defense of FRZ unit was weakened. A beautiful display of map knowledge from them, but going into the last round of the first half, FRZ unit have to get some sort of momentum going and have to really put a final stamp on this half, because 2 rounds of breathing room QDC is not enough going into T side of Inferno.
Absolutely not. This lead is 7 right now for RlySickMainTeam. They've got themselves the game, right? This is their game to lose at this point. This isn't FRZ unit's to win whatsoever. FRZ unit can make RlySickMainTeam's life hard by winning this round. I mean, it'll be a small headache in the short term, but long term, it will be exactly what they need for this back here. They need a message.
Exchange out towards Banana, goes 1 for 1. Indian narrowly escapes with his life. He falls. Rhino, I guess caught asleep at the wheel by Sharpie? I'm a little bit confused, but Sharpie goes for the heat check and is rewarded in numbers. Now a 2-man advantage for the side of FRZ unit. Heavy B play coming in late, but Jenny's gonna be the only one here. Molotov gets dropped, Smock will scope towards the pillar to really defend and bait that position, but Jenny comes out on top with the AK-47 and proving why he was the perfect addition to this FRZ unit roster.
There you go, Jenny on the board and showing off with that 1-on-2 play. All alone on the B-bomb site, not a problem. If only we had some more heroics like that towards the B-bomb site earlier on in the game, it wouldn't seem so out of hand. However, 9-3 comebacks, they are possible. It's just that now you're on the T side of Inferno. Yes, this map is slightly T-sided, but you still need to know what you're doing. Clearly, RlySickMainTeam knew what they were doing. Let's see if FRZ unit can pull off that same kind of vibe.
Yeah, but it all starts here on the pistol round, QDC. If FRZ unit don't secure this pistol, then the momentum is halted. RlySickMainTeam find double digits, and they're going to find the conversions. They'll have the upgraded buys, but look at this. A 4-man stack towards B early on won't pay out in dividends. He goes down Banana as the exchange happens, and they go 1 for 1, but Sharpie's found an opening towards this A site. The rapid's happening all the way through the site, and Linko's kind of being pincered at this current moment.
Oh, Linko gets absolutely domed by Sharpie and that P250. Normally you see dualies rather than the P250 for the pistol round, but Sharpie showing us why he'd rather have that gun than the dual Berettas. 3-on-1 here for the side of FRZ unit, and if MDN could come in and somehow ruin the party, it'd be an insane clutch here from the side of MDN.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a clip of 2026. And we're already getting started early on. Yeah, you mentioned it. Kit, smoke on the belt. Late access to this site has been opened up a little bit. You can see Sharpie making his exit towards lane. Smoke will get dropped on towards the site, but now the The T's have been notified. Freeze unit gives up 1 kill. Sharpie's gonna hit the floor, but Jenny finds the trade, and it's a pistol round for Freeze unit, and starting off on the right foot.
Starting off on the right foot, getting that last round on the CT side has helped them at least close the gap down. If this was 10-3 rather than 9-4, this situation is a whole lot different. Now the gap is only 5. Convert your pistol this time, and things will go a lot more smooth.
Yeah, quad nade stack, so a definite big boom incoming. But
You'll
as
love to
round
see
number
it.
14, so we actually don't get that big nade. It's gonna be a little bit delayed as audio cue will be the point of release. Big boom onto Brox's head. Sharpie is continuing this momentum up towards Arches, though.
This here, Sharpie absolutely wants this money as... Oh no! It's a team kill with the nade! Is that the biggest, baddest boom we've seen so far in this game? Sure seems like it, from my point of view. As Linko left alone, guilt in his hands, blood at his feet, and 5 players left to deal with. Nothing but a USP.
Yo, can we get a check in the chat after this round? I want to see if they're giving a boom. Linko. Wait, no way. No way, Freeze unit, not like this. Linko's found a timing in.
No, wait.
There's one player lingering up towards long haul, but Linko's still taking his time. Jenny's still coming back to double check. Will be caught off guard, and that's the MAC-10 in the hands of Linko. There's an opportunity to come back into this, but Freeze unit now trying to swarm back towards this A site. They have complete information of where Linko is. Toasty's trying to secure the CT wrap. And the footstep has been made. The exit will not be secured as Linko finds another, and that's the Galil free of charge. But the round still nonetheless goes to Freeze unit, and the Galil is actually not found and not recovered because of it. It flew into the garage, so money
Unlucky.
not going to be saved for Linko.
Unlucko bucko, very much so there. My goodness gracious, you hate to see it. Well, not if you're a Freeze unit fan, right? You'll love to see it, but at this point in time, sometimes some funny things happen, right? Funky little things happen. Well, we got to see it right then and there. I think a little goes out of the way. And get to see our little chat here.
Sharpie says, I'm a brick, what's new?
Another nade being thrown down banana. What else is new indeed? Freeze unit though, down a man trying to claw it back from a 4-on-5.
Early aggression doesn't go in favor of Freeze unit. They're able to rebound promptly though with that kill on towards Legion. The push and pull really going to be in effect here. Lurk smoke up towards brackets, allows a walk through in towards Arches, but MDN's attention is now split. He has to manage 2 positions at once, and you can already see Freeze unit trying to take advantage of it. The spot comes in, and the wrap is instant. Sharpie's trying to lead this charge, and Linko awaits with the MAC-10 he was able to recover last round. He makes Sharpie eat dust and still waiting for the second player. He will be caught off guard, but Kraken still awaits towards Coffin.
Let's see here. Freeze unit try to do as Jenny wraps around into Krakens and Krakens will get the kill. 2-on-3. Everyone's down so low on the side of RlySickMainTeam. Toasty posts up inside of church. Flash in. And Toasty, oh, he doesn't get the information. He'll post up right next to the smoke. He'll go down. Jackro left on his own some 1-on-3. He'll get the first already, but his position is known. He's getting spammed. He's getting shot at. And 2 players to deal with. He'll get the first. Can't get the second. And the defuse. This is going to be close. There's no kit here on Krakens.
Yeah, it's going to be real
But
close,
he should have
but
this.
he should, yeah, he should have this. Wait. Oh, wow, he does. So by the skin of their teeth, RlySickMainTeam able to scoop up double digits. And for a second, I thought Jackro was going to be able to hold the line.
Oh, that felt like that was gonna go Freeze unit's way. Jackro holding it down in the back of the B-bomb site, but too many players and too many ways to look.
I mean, Toasty has to come out on top of that duel towards CT. Like, that is a unforgivable loss of a duel there. I hate to be the, you know, the Maui snake of this cast, but at the same time, that's the reality of the situation. You can't be missing those shots because that's what culminated into the round loss. That is what gave RlySickMainTeam double digits, but still, there's room to crawl back into this if you're Freeze Unit. And realistically, even though the scoreline doesn't depict it, I definitely feel like Freeze Unit aren't in the driver's seat, but definitely have a little bit of an inclination as to where they want to lead the rest of this half.
Head on here from the side of Freeze Unit, because as they head towards the B-bomb site, it'll get shut down quickly by Linko and MDN, who hold down the fort with beautiful perfection. Toasty, though, inside the back of the lines, alongside Jenny, who just gets the flank dead. They have 45 seconds to figure this out. The bomb is on the site.
Oh, yeah, I do see it now. It's Coffin.
Oh, no.
Toasty now going to eat the dust. Jenny left in the 1v2.
And position
The
is
perfect opportunity to prove your worth and your spot on this roster. 1v2, flashbang on the belt as well. He's been given space to work. Tugelbeak comes in towards CT, no spot. Jenny's being given free walks in towards Grill, but now this crossfire is what he has to break. He gets the spot on towards MD in. The 1v1 now comes down to the wire. It's 10 seconds left on the clock. The swing comes in, but Linko finds the head and comes out on top. It's 11 rounds for RlySickMainTeam.
My goodness gracious, this gets really close. This game has been back and forth, but it looks so dominant. However, clutch is always just going the way of RlySickMainTeam. The clutch factor, the clutch bone has been activated from the side of RlySickMainTeam. Freeze Unit frozen in their tracks, frozen at 5. Down by 6.
It's rough, though, because it feels like Freeze Unit have been able to really play the map to its potential, but as you mentioned, the clutch gene, the clutch bone, whatever you want to call it, coming in clutch for the side of RlySickMainTeam. Able to convert some of these crucial duels. Rhino's going to find 2 players out towards the long haul. That was an immediate utility reaction that isn't all that there, but key check is in order. Brox goes down, and the reswing from Rhino is in order.
He's going to be happy he made 1,200 there. However, Toasty getting 2 with the P250. Finally gets dealt with, and 2 kills for the side of Freeze Unit. They're going to be happy with that little investment they made here. They're playing for overtime. And now they've got to win 7 rounds in a row here to make it happen.
Yeah, and it starts off the back of a, I don't want to say terrible buy, because it could always be worse than what they have right now, but a less optimal, or less than optimal buy from the side of Freeze Unit. AK-47s all the way around, armor as well, and helmets. But the utility is really lacking, and it feels like on a map like Inferno, you definitely need utility. And especially when RlySickMainTeam are throwing this really sick top banana smoke.
Very nice smoke from spawn here. As I mean, the utility is very important on Inferno, but talk about that later. Right now, this is RlySickMainTeam on the cusp of victory. Unless Freeze Unit can come in and start mounting the comeback. Starts with this round.
Minute and 20 left. Card control has been seized for the side of Freeze Unit. But you can also see the passive defense that RlySickMainTeam are playing towards B. As soon as that contact has been made, the defensive smoke gets dropped. Jenny finds alert, quick kill out towards A. And you can already see Freeze Unit starting to posture up as well. Starting to get that arch smoke up, starting to get players rotating in and walking and trying to establish this control, because as Jenny falls, it will quickly fall out of their hands. But Sharpie has found a crazy timing in through arch. But they've passed by, as you mentioned, like ships in the night. Audio should have been heard. Sharpie's going to have all of this information as well. And Freeze Unit now have confirmation that they can posture for this hit.
They have no idea of this player right here inside of...
Oh, yeah.
The back of the side. Here comes the shots. It's beautiful from the side of Sharpie. And a 6 will be found here from the side of Freeze Unit. I mean, look at this. The players on the A-bomb site not even moving an inch. They're already saving this, and, well, the first of 7 found for FRZ.
I mean, you couldn't have said it better. It was beautiful from Sharpie, able to take... I have no idea if that was a missed smoke out towards Arch or if that was intentional, but nonetheless, if it was an accidental smoke that missed, Sharpie, what great heads-up display. And if that is planned, then bravo to the side of Freeze Unit and to Jeff LaFlavor for being able to really put that into effect, because that smoke really was what won them that round. And Sharpie able to find the timing. He's trying to let these players not save these rifles, but also not wanting to sacrifice his own. Round number 6 goes into the board for Freeze Unit. The hunt comes underway, but Kraken's shoulder is spotted and not ripped off.
Timeout taken here from the side of RlySickMainTeam. They're going to take their own timeout here. FRZ Unit, I do believe, also still have one timeout left to use if they so want to use it. But Jeff himself, I don't think he'll want to take it if RlySickMainTeam here still maintain theirs, unless he really needs to talk to his boys, calm them down after a big clutch, if one does come through.
Yeah, tactical timeout does come to a close, though. Buys are in order. Freeze Unit have plenty of utility to work with. What I was so crucial on in that last round. But look at the side of RlySickMainTeam. MDN is on a 5-7 with armor.
They force bot down to 0 on most of these players here. Using up all the cash. MDN having nothing left, and still, Lico could have easily just bought him a MP9 at the worst, right?
I mean, yeah.
Some money in the bank. MDN can't even get himself.
Early brackets pressure does prompt a reaction from MDN. He does go hunting in towards bedroom, but he's already tucked in. Gets a shot towards Forge, but he's able to find Legion. Right down to 2 HP of his own. Brox finds the head of MDN, and that's the A side opened up. Only one player remains, and that's going to be Rhino.
He's been huge, though. He's been instrumental in keeping these rounds close from the side of RlySickMainTeam, and he'll go in right into for the kill. He's the can opener, and that's exactly what he's been used for. However, getting only the 1 was not enough. It's a 2-on-3. It looks like the side of RlySickMainTeam are actually going to get this.
I mean, why not? You've invested everything into this round. We talked about it that MDN came into this with a 5-7. But as I say that, the call has been made. It's a save. Making me eat my own words. So Freeze Unit able to come one round closer to taking us to overtime, but RlySickMainTeam able to recover the AK-47, full armor on both of these players as well as kits, so a little bit less of an investment, but the buy still shouldn't be too good.
We'll see what happens here for round number 20 here. Get their 7 in a row here for the side of Freeze Unit. 5 more to go to bring us to OT. Interesting. Going here. The side of RlySickMainTeam have themselves 2 guns to fight with. They won't be buying anything else.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. And I can't blame them. But at the same time, from the side of Freeze Unit, you have to be aware of some sort of strange eco push being pulled out of the pockets of RlySickMainTeam. But considering that they have 2 Desert Eagles, I don't think we'll be seeing it.
I just saw your face. No one else did, but I did.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say see anything too crazy, but Rhino instantly shuts me up. Jenny gets to the get back for the team, and it's a 4v4.
This is exactly what Rhino does. Can opener. I've been calling him this the entire time. He's just been the absolute prying unit for the side of RlySickMainTeam, and that's exactly what he's done in this round, and he's made it somewhat possible. Even if it's a 4-on-4 now and that he's gone, he's done his job. His job was to make this a lot easier for the side of the CTs, and 4-on-4, With 2 guns, things are a lot easier.
This Freeze unit playing the rotations beautifully, able to apply some pressure up towards brackets, and with Jenny making a little bit of noise, that's drawn Kraken's back towards this B or A site. So the defense is a little bit less bolstered, but it's an AK-47 in the hands of Linko. He's been able to work wonders. 19 and 8 currently, looking to add to that tally.
And here come the players. Linko only gets 1. Jackro can't shoot him through the smoke. It's a 3-on-3. Definitely go for this here. 2 guns still in the hands here of the side of RlySickMainTeam. They can use MDN as a meat shield as Legion comes in from the banana. He'll get his first. And MDN to try and go through first. And Jackro now left on his lonesome. He messed up the 1v3 earlier, but he's got 20 seconds left to survive, and he can't do it. RlySickMainTeam will win this game 13-7, and in our eyes, upset the team that we were rooting for this entire game.